What's going on, guys? This is Crazy.nba back with another YouTube video, and today we are going to be talking about why I think the Houston Rockets are going to surprise a lot of people this upcoming season. Before we start, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the like button. The Houston Rockets had one of the craziest off seasons the franchise has seen in a very long time. H-Town definitely struggled last season, to say the least. They finished with one of the worst records in the NBA. But the 2023-2024 season is going to be different. Even though the Rockets didn't hit on the number 1 overall pick in the draft lottery, they still ended up getting the 4th overall pick. Number 4 is a pretty solid spot to be if you're a young franchise. The Rockets decided to pick a 6'7" player from overtime elite, Amen Thompson.
With the 4th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Amen Thompson from Oakland, California, an overtime elite.
Amen Thompson is a versatile player with a 7-foot wingspan. He can play both the guard and forward positions. I personally love this pick by the Rockets. Thompson will desperately help the Rockets on the defensive side. I think he will have a huge impact since he can guard multiple positions. Offensively, he will not have the ball in his hands as much as he's used to. This new Rockets team has a bunch of ball-dominant guards, and Thompson will have to learn how to move without the ball. But Thompson will play a huge role the second he gets to Houston. The Rockets only had 2 picks in the 2023 draft, and I think their late first-round pick might be the steal of the whole entire draft. The Rockets ended up picking Cam Whitmore after he somehow fell to the 20th pick.
The Houston Rockets select Cam Whitmore from Villanova University.
A bunch of mock drafts had Whitmore being a lottery pick, so I bet the Rockets were super happy when he fell right into their hands. Whitmore will have to prove that he can consistently shoot the 3 from NBA range. But it is encouraging that he knocked down better than 34% of his attempts at Villanova. Whitmore can also jump out of the gym. He has a ridiculous 44-inch vertical. Whitmore should receive a decent amount of playing time in his rookie year. He will be very fun to watch in a Rockets uniform. The Houston Rockets had one of the craziest off seasons in the whole entire NBA. They made some big moves that I don't think a lot of people saw coming. They started off the offseason by signing guard Fred VanVleet to a 3-year, $130 million contract. This contract makes VanVleet the highest paid undrafted player in NBA history. A lot of people hate this move by the Rockets, but I personally think bringing in a former All-Star and a former NBA champion is a great move by the Houston Rockets. Houston obviously values VanVleet's talent, but his veteran leadership will arguably be just as important for the Rockets. The Rockets are reportedly hoping that VanVleet can change the team's culture as a leader and as an example setter. VanVleet is a guard who should help Jalen Green and Amen Thompson continue to develop. I do agree that the contract is a little bit of an overpay, but that's what the Rockets had to do to get him away from Toronto. It is kind of crazy though that Fred VanVleet will be making more money than Kyrie Irving and Ja Morant next season. The next big time player the Rockets got in the offseason was Dillon Brooks. The Rockets and the Grizzlies ended up figuring out a huge sign and trade deal. Dillon Brooks signed a 4-year, $86 million contract with the Rockets. Brooks will bring the swag and a defensive presence to the Rockets locker room. Brooks was actually drafted by the Rockets in the late second round of the 2017 draft, but Brooks got traded to Memphis on draft night. The 6'7" swingman averaged 14.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game last season for the Memphis Grizzlies. He is known as a defensive-minded player, and he was named to the 2022-2023 All-Defensive Second Team. He is also a high-energy guy, and I think he will fit in perfectly in Houston. The Rockets also traded a bunch of key role players from last season once the offseason started. Josh Christopher got sent to Memphis, KJ Martin got sent to the Clippers, and Ty Washington Jr. ended up in OKC. Losing these guys wasn't ideal for Houston, but they brought in 2 new solid replacements. The Rockets signed veteran Jeff Green after he won a championship with the Denver Nuggets. Jeff Green isn't going to have a major impact on the floor. That said, this is a tremendous move for Houston. He's a versatile player who has been in the NBA since 2007. Between leadership and the ability to move around the court and play different positions, the Rockets will definitely benefit from his signing. The Rockets also went out and got one of the Holiday brothers, Aaron Holiday. The Aaron Holiday signing did not receive much media attention, but the 26-year-old provides Houston with extra guard depth. The Houston Rockets had one of the best summer league seasons in the entire NBA. The Rockets went 5-0 and ended up losing in the championship game to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jabari Smith and the rookie Cam Whitmore stood out the most compared to the rest of the team. Smith averaged an insane 35.5 points per game in his 2 summer league appearances. He looked like a man amongst boys out there on the court in Las Vegas. Smith had this crazy buzzer beater to keep the Rockets undefeated.
Open. Throws one up in the air. Smith caught it for the win. An improbable Summer League opening victory for the Houston Rockets.
I think Jabari Smith Jr. is bound to have a very good season. I can confidently say that I'm pretty sure his assist and rebound numbers will improve this upcoming season. Cam Whitmore was the star of the Rockets Summer League team. Whitmore averaged 20.4 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 3 steals a night across 5 games in the Las Vegas Summer League. These amazing stats won him Summer League MVP. Whitmore is the first Rocket in franchise history to ever win Summer League MVP. It's not just the dunk package that stood out in Las Vegas. Whitmore already has a strong feel as a cutter both in planned sets and scramble situations. And this is a route in which he could secure plenty of points this upcoming season. It is easy to imagine Whitmore in the lineups alongside Alperen Sengun, serving as the receiver of the center's pinpoint passes. Add in a strong step back and a pretty smooth three-point shot, and he will be pretty good for years to come. The Rockets will start the season with a new head coach, Ime Udoka. Udoka will be the 15th head coach in franchise history. Udoka's Celtics ranked first in the league in fewest points allowed in 2021, after the team was ranked 13th in defensive rating the previous season. He was a 2-time winner of the Eastern Conference Coach of the Month award. He also finished 4th in voting for Coach of the Year. For this upcoming season, the Rockets expect a turnaround after 3 of the worst seasons in franchise history. Udoka did a great job in Boston, and I'm sure he will do great things as head coach of the Houston Rockets. He will really help develop the young talent into good NBA players and take the Rockets in the right direction. I think the Rockets are going to be one of the most exciting teams to watch this season. After the Rockets were one of the worst teams in the league and finished last season with a 22-60 record. I predict the Rockets will finish the upcoming season with a 44-39 record. I also think that the starting 5 next season will be Fred VanVleet at point guard, Jalen Green at shooting guard, Jabari Smith Jr. at small forward, 4th overall pick Amen Thompson at power forward, and Alperen Sengun at center. For 6th man, I think it will be Dylan Brooks or Kevin Porter Jr. Let me know what your prediction for the Rockets record this season is going to be in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, peace!